everybody, and welcome back to Parking Lot Chats with Corin
and Bo.
So what's up?
Not a whole lot. How was your weekend?
Good. How was your weekend?
It's good.
Do you want to tell us about your store?
My store?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to?
I went shopping today?
Yeah.
Because I got the most amazing...
I mean, you don't have to show all your finds, but you can tell us about your store while we're here.
The most amazing jumpsuit that I've ever seen in my life.
Do you want to pull out your jumpsuit? I don't know why I even said this. It just came in my head. We weren't planning on talking about this. I just kind of popped out with it. So
because it's so amazing that she knew that you guys needed to see it too.
It is.
I can't... Okay, so there's a little glimpse. So there's a store that's
give a background on your
like
store.
this 2 for $5 store, it's called. And it's new with tag shit. And I don't know, like a dress I got today says that it's an extra large from Forever 21, but it looks more like a small. So I think that's where this guy, whatever, woman, whoever owns the store, gets their things. Like it's marked wrong or whatever. Because there was stuff from Target in there. There was stuff from like Forever 21. There was... Amazon, and it all had tags on. It was all brand new, but it was like $5 for a dress, or some things like the bathing suits were 2 for $5. So you could get, it was like $2.50 for a bottom.
And they're not even worn?
And they're not worn, no. Brand new.
That's nice.
So, we were going through all the dresses, and I came across this jumpsuit for $5 that I just had to have because it's so 90s.
So she's going to be reenacting the Powerline dance.
This is
This
is a nylon 90s, like Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. That is Saved by the Bell.
Pattern.
That looks like the Saved by the Bell theme song.
Yes.
Like the background with the squigglies coming in and out. Yes,
and
that is so Saved by the Bell.
100% going to be featured in a TikTok. I don't know what I couldn't pass it up though.
Make sure you're following her TikTok.
I couldn't leave this
is going to get good
on the shelf. Like I needed this.
Obviously.
And Corin had the amazing idea that I should, I don't know how amazing it is because I'm a terrible dancer, but she says that I should do the Powerline dance.
Yeah, obviously.
From the Goofy movie.
Yes, that's... I don't know what else you're going to do with
TikTok. That. I don't know. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow.
Absolutely, but you should also do the dance in that. That thing is screaming Powerline.
So, but I can't do really choreography, so I don't know. We're gonna try it out. But yeah, I found that today, and I had to have it.
I love it. I think it's great.
Oh my gosh, I don't know, but what celebrity news? JLO. Yeah. What the fuck's going on with JLO?
So why did she cancel? So I hear like so many people are like mean. It's the internet. People are mean. Stop being mean on the internet.
I know, but
everybody said that she sucks and that her concert had no sales.
Sold no tickets. But do you remember when we watched the documentary?
No, because I didn't watch it.
Okay, I did.
Yeah,
and she was paying for all of that herself.
And then
like all that whole thing she had going on, the documentary, the show. Remember, it was like 3 things.
Because we were confused about how to watch the documentary.
Actually, what it was going on because it was like 3 different names. Like I don't remember how it went, but it was like the movie or documentary, the album, and the tour, and they all had like the same name, but like one word was changed or something. But in the documentary, she says that like she was putting forward all the money.
Like that Miley Cyrus tour.
Yes. And now she just canceled it. So, like, did she realize she didn't have the money? But, like, isn't that why? I mean, this was my assumption when someone announces a tour, right? They always announce X amount of shows. And then once those tickets sell, then they come out and they announce more shows. So my assumption has always been that they need the sales from those shows to generate, like, to book the next batch of shows.
And isn't it like a promotion company or something that pays for this stuff up front?
I think it depends, right?
Well, that's from what my understanding with them. So I'm not even a big concert guy, so I don't know a lot about it. But like when I read about like the whatever, it was on like that TikTok series Miley Cyrus did.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how whoever backs tours didn't want to pay for all of her shit, so she paid out of pocket. So I'm assuming there is like some kind of production company that probably they get a cut and they pay for some of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's somebody that funds it.
Right. Somebody has to fund it.
Right. But they probably only fund X amount of shows, and then you have to show ticket sales for them to, like...
For it to be worth it.
Yeah, because they always add more. I don't know. Is that, like, a tactic to make you buy up, and then now you buy more because now they're going somewhere? I don't know.
To your city, and you already bought a ticket for fucking Cincinnati.
But I always assumed it was because they needed the money from the sales, so I don't know. But apparently she either didn't sell any or didn't have enough money or she...
Or what else? I mean, she could be having health issues.
She says personal issues, so personal, like, wanted to be home. It's just, yeah.
Right, so that's what, and then, like, I don't know, all over Instagram, it's been, like, her and Ben are not together, and then they are together, and then they were just photographed together yesterday doing something. I don't remember now.
Right. And then, did you see the paparazzi where Ben was, like, walked out, and he was with his kid, and he put a blanket or a jacket, like, over his left hand, so, like, they couldn't see his ring finger because he knew everyone, like, prior to that, everyone's like, Ben's not wearing his ring. So, like, then the next time you see him out, he's got a jacket over it so you can't see his hand. And his kid is, like, acting like he's a photographer and taking pictures.
That's really funny. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I did not see that. I mean, I hope they're okay. I hope that, like, their family situation's okay and it's not, like, a sick kid or something.
Right.
You know? And right. Like, everybody's just like, JLO sucks.
I mean, it could be like the Joe Bros who just canceled because they have found better things to do. And then, remember that? We talked about that a few weeks ago.
What a couple of douchebags.
Yeah, because now the one Jonas brother, which one is it? The older one? Not Kevin. What's the older one? Joe. Joe Jonas. Yeah. He just released a fucking solo single.
Is he the one that broke up with Sophie? Yes. I like her.
Yeah, and then Taylor Swift let Sophie live in her
That was really cool.
New York apartment, her and the kids.
And then I saw
he also broke up with Taylor by text.
He seems like a real douchebag.
Yeah, and now the brothers canceled the European tour for him to put out a solo song. Something weird there.
I don't care for them.
Yeah, but the song is like about mental health, so it's actually kind of a good song. But there was even baddies are saddies or something like that. It's
funny. That's good.
It's funny.
That's good. That sounds like that could be on South Park.
Even baddies are saddies. Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with JLO. Hopefully all's good in the Jenny from the Block world.
Yeah, I hope so.
All's good on the block.
People were saying that I saw like she was charging like a crazy amount for like meet and greets and something. But right, like if she's paying for all of it, then like she has to recoup her money somewhere. Because like, sure, you're a millionaire, but I'm sure these shows cost $1 million. Oh
my God, yeah.
Right, like.
And yeah, you're a millionaire, but you like want to stay a millionaire,
right? Right. Like, if you spend all of your money on one tour and nobody comes, then you're not. I mean, and not that would be the case. I get it too.
Do you think she didn't have ticket sales?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I understand, the tickets were really expensive, and like, let's be honest, in this economy, like, are average people even able to afford like regular? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Tickets in general are so fucking expensive now. Like, for anybody.
Right. That's what, like, so, like, I believe that, like, she didn't have the ticket sales, and not, like, any shade to her, not that, like, she's not great. I mean, I'm a big JLO fan. Like, back in the day, I don't know any new music. Yeah, I've been listening to the fucking Tortured Damn Poets Department since it came out. You know what I mean? Or kids' music, so, which my kid's favorite song has been I Could Do It With a Broken Heart, so we're still just listening to Taylor Swift
the only thing 2 months. That has gotten me to not listen to the Tortured Poets Department is Eminem's new song, Houdini.
Oh, like, that was fun.
That was so fun.
So, we didn't even talk about that. Here's the thing. So, the internet is younger than us. And they're all like, oh, Eminem, he can't.
Slim Shady.
You guys don't know Slim Shady.
Yeah, Slim Shady can say what he wants to say.
And you will all fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
You're just going to accept it.
Because
this is fucking Slim Shady.
It's Slim Shady.
This is Slim Shady. Slim Shady. So, that's what. So a couple years ago, the internet was trying to cancel him, right? And they were like, oh my God, that Love the Way You Lie song with Rihanna. And they're like, this is like promoting domestic violence and toxic relationships. How? Did you guys not listen to the real Slim Shady when he was talking about like Tommy beating up on Pam and then he killed Dr. Dre? Or what about like the Mushroom song? Remember the Mushroom song?
Yeah, all of it.
Confessions, Guilty Conscience. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Think about the consequence.
This
is Slim Shady, guys.
Do you remember when he walked, this video just came out the other day on TikTok because now, you know, everyone's bringing back like old Eminem videos. And he came out at the MTV Movie Awards or Music Awards and he was walking with all the real Slim Shadys. Like everyone was dressed the same. And he walks literally past Fred Durst and Carson Daly. They're like,
right after he made that song,
one in front of each other, and he literally is saying the line. Like, I don't know how this was timed so well. He's literally saying the line.
Do you want to put me between Carson Daly and Fred Durst
and fight over who blew him first, or something like that?
Fight over who Christina Aguilera gave head to first.
Yeah, and he fucking shakes Carson Daly's hand immediately before saying it. Like, he shakes his hand and then says that line as he continues walking in the song. And I'm like, how is that timed so well? But also, like, remember when he came flying out as no, that wasn't him. That was that same award show, wasn't it? Where
was that Tom Green
came flying out? Yeah.
And then he said that too, and he said, why can a man and another man can't elope, but Tom Green can fuck a dead antelope? You know what I mean? So don't even try, Slim Shady. Don't even fucking try it.
No, and this...
because they did let Tom Green fuck a dead antelope on the Tom Green show. It was part of the fucking opening credits.
So
it was like, this is the Tom Green show. And then he was like humping a dead moose or something.
Yeah.
I think he just said antelope because it, you know, it rhymed. But I think it was like a deer or a moose.
No, but this Houdini song is so fucking good.
It is good. It is good. You're right. I did hear that.
It's, yeah, and abracadabra. So I didn't know... I guess because did you know that was a song?
Yeah, I knew
Abracadabra by the Steve Miller Band?
Yes.
I know that now. We put it on. I put the song on at Lisa's house, and it's like, well, the real Slim Shady. And she's like, no, what?
I'm gonna reach out and grab you.
Yeah, but the Houdini song starts off like one of his old songs. Fuck, I can't think right now. So she's like, she's like, what is the song? What is the song? And I'm like, it's Eminem's old song, Say My Name Again. No, not Say My Name Again. That's fucking... What was the song, though? I don't know. My brain doesn't work correctly. Yeah, but she knew from the instant that it was like that abracadabra in the background of it, and that he was like sampling that song. But it's just so good. Your sound is off, I think.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good fucking luck. You're on your own.
This Guess Who's Back again.
And the Houdini's in the back.
Shadies. But Abracadabra is in the background. It's and she instantly like knew that. I was like, God, how did you know that? She's like, that's my favorite song, whatever. But
yeah, I knew that. But I think my parents like that song. But like, I definitely know that song.
Yeah. I don't know. It was good. But anyways, I don't know how we got to Eminem. Oh, because
Ticket prices.
He's the only song that has gotten me to stop listening to the Tortured Poets Department, because I was just thinking, I go to Justin Timberlake in like 2 weeks, which I still think you should come with us. But we can talk about that off camera if you want, but I think you should come.
I'll talk shit right now. It's fine. No, I don't want to go. I love you. I love her. I think that it would be like so fun and full circle because we went to our first instant concert together. I can't support this dude. I was never a huge fan. I went because you guys liked him, and now all the shit. And then not only that Britney Spears said that he made her have an abortion at home, that was fucked up. But then he came back and doubled down and was like, I apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Fuck that guy. I love you. I don't want to get mad about it, but I can't do it. I can't support that fucking douchebag.
I know.
Fuck Justin Timberlake. And that's why I wanted to text you that, but I was like, this is going to sound so... And, like, things can be, like, misconstrued over text, so I was just like, no, thank you. I don't think I want to go. But really, fuck Justin Timberlake.
I don't even know any of his new stuff because I haven't listened to the new album.
See? I don't fucking care.
I know.
I like you guys. I like Miami.
It's fun.
I like...
I know.
I don't want to support them.
It might be the last... I can't say that, but it might be the last one I go to.
It won't be. If people tell music, you'll go. I'm not going, though. I think it will be fun. I think you guys will have a great time without me.
All right. Well, anybody want to go to a Justin Timberlake concert?
That could be dangerous. So maybe only... She's only talking to people with uteruses at this point. Just for safety reasons. What about your kids? None of your kids care?
I mean, Kaylee would probably go, but she's not gonna...
No, she's just gonna go to go.
Go to go, yeah.
That would be the same with me.
I know.
It'd be the same thing.
I know.
But right, at least it's another... It would be fun because, like, the three of us went originally, so I didn't think. I get it.
Yeah,
I get
when was the last time you saw Tiffy D?
At Cowboys, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Or, like, a decade or two.
Probably no, not
two.
that long. Oh,
maybe.
No, that would put us, like, 16, and that's when that was high school. Or 18. No. How? A decade? Fuck, man. That would put us... I can't do math.
Like a decade and a half-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too girl power right now for that shit.
I know.
Yeah, I can't.
It's definitely against everything we talk about on this
It
podcast.
is. It's against what I currently believe in.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys will have fun. You get another friend, it'll be okay.
I know.
But now we're talking about concerts. Do you want to talk about the Monopoly situation?
Oh, Ticketmaster and Live Nation and how fucking stupid they are.
So here's my opinion. I hope that Ticketmaster burns in hell. I hope that... Sometimes the things that I say are a little too extreme.
I don't know how they were ever allowed to merge, really.
So this is what I want to...
Doesn't that have to be approved?
So here's the thing. I don't know what's changed in this country. I don't know what's changed, like, educationally. But I remember being a child in school and them teaching us about
the Monopoly.
And how they're bad.
Yes.
But now Comcast can just be like, suck my dick. It's $800 for internet and it only works 3 times a day. And, like, we're all just like, oh, cool.
At what point were monopolies allowed?
They're just loopholing it, and you know what changed? The government's fucking backing it and getting paid from it. That's what changed. The government.
Oh,
you got these senators and these people are involved in their fucking.
Something changed, and I don't know what it is because I'm not very good with politics and government wording.
No, because you get mad if you pay attention to politics.
They're allowed to take the money. They used to not be able to take that money.
They still shouldn't be able to.
Right, and they shouldn't. That should have never been allowed, but they used to not be able to. And then something changed, and then they were able to take.
Because they voted for it, right?
Right. And so now you have all these fucking monopolies like Live Nation and Ticketmaster. Like, how do they control the ticketing world? And they're and then they say that there's like all these security fees, right? Because you have a million fucking fees when you go to buy a ticket. And then now there's a breach of a data breach from Ticketmaster.
That is what happened with the Ashley Madison at the end. They were like, oh, we're so safe and we have all these accredited fucking safety things. And they made the whole thing up. There was no safety checks. There was no, like, double back secure information that and it turned out when they went through, that's the part I forgot to say when we were watching it. When they went out, people were like, what about all these safety seals? And wasn't this for this company? They made them all up. They fucking...
Yeah.
Microsoft Paint, the whole thing.
I also wonder with the Ticketmaster and the verified resale tickets, because now, you know, they've kind of, there was StubHub, which I started a Facebook page back in like 2010 that was called Make StubHub Illegal because they pissed me off so bad
I wish I would've known
when
about
I
that.
was trying to buy Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, she always comes up in my life. I was trying to buy her tickets to one of her tours and I couldn't fucking get them. Like kind of what happened with the Eras tour because of all the resale tickets. And so I saw this. So I've been so mad at StubHub and Ticketmaster for a very long time.
It sounds like this is over a decade feud.
But
I'm not going to match
now Ticketmaster does like what StubHub was, where you can resell their tickets. And a part of me wonders if these tickets sell out so fast, right? And then all of a sudden there's all these tickets on StubHub verified resale. Or, on Ticketmaster verified resale. And it's like, is it Ticketmaster reselling their own tickets?
You sons of bitches!
Like, could
bet.
it be? Not all of it,
yelling,
obviously. But like, could it be?
Yeah, absolutely it could be.
Because the Ashley Madison thing, when you said that, made me think that. Because Ashley Madison had the fake women
all the fake
and
bots
like,
and shit, right? So why not? Why wouldn't you be a fake reseller?
Right.
Now you're doubling your profits. You're getting paid twice.
And quadruple the amount the second time.
Right. So maybe you're getting paid 20 times for this one fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they got them. Because I guess you can be a monopoly as long as you're not fucking double dipping.
I don't know.
I've been bitching about monopolies for a minute now.
I would be very interested to see how it goes. The Department of Justice
DOJ.
is suing for the monopoly, but who approves it, Because someone approves that sale, right? When it's a big sale like that and it's companies, it doesn't have to be approved by...
Well, they have like their fucking Better Business Bureau? No,
somebody in the government? I thought the government had to approve big sales, like in merges like that. Like when AT&T merged with T-Mobile, the government had to approve it.
So, like you were saying about politics, when I was like real young, I used to want to be the president, and I thought politics were so cool. And then I realized how corrupt it all was, and I had to stop paying attention because it just makes me angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get so... Like, the whole situation, like, these people are in office for 100 years, so they're making up all these crazy-ass laws. Like, that's how we're turning into the Hunger Games, and they're the Capitol. Like, literally, the Capitol. Because... they make these laws for other people and they don't follow them. So if you don't have term limits and they can just make up whatever the fuck they want, it doesn't matter to them. They don't have to follow this shit.
Right.
So
I was just reading,
gazing
this thing because Or the other monopolies.
So that's what I want to know is I hope that it wins, or that the Department of Justice wins, and then maybe it can be like a precedented case so that we can go after all the other monopolies. Like, honestly, even fucking Publix. So, like, yeah, we have Aldi and we have Walmart, but they don't have all the same things Publix does. So in the state of Florida, we are currently like one of the most expensive places to live, right? And like regular people can't afford their stuff. The teachers here are the lowest paid, but it's one of the most expensive places to live. So if you're a teacher, I don't even know how you're living. My cousin is a teacher in another state. She's also a server on the weekends.
Right.
And so and like it's better there. So Publix, this is my Publix rant. Publix is recording record profits. While people can't afford their rent, people can't afford their groceries, people can't afford their bills here, and Publix is recording record fucking profits because they monopolize the shit out of the state. We have a couple of other little grocery stores, but there's no other big store.
Right.
It's just Publix.
Right. Well, like Winn-Dixie and stuff.
But they're buying all the Winn-Dixies.
Yeah.
And this guy at the farmer's market told me that Publix is in some underhanded shit against the smaller grocery stores, purposely, like, Publix is turning into a monopoly. So I hope that this becomes like a precedented fucking thing, and then you can get
so I just had to Google because I thought I was maybe right about like the government having to approve mergers, but then I was like, well, sometimes I think things and I'm wrong, so I wanted to know if I was right. And it says, so I Googled, does the government have to approve company merges? And it says, yes, the U.S. government reviews mergers to ensure they don't lessen competition. The FTC and the DOJ review most proposed mergers that affect U.S. commerce and are above a certain size. So please, can someone explain to me why the DOJ at some point approved
and now they're suing
Ticketmaster and Live Nation to merge, but now the DOJ is saying you can't?
So must have somebody didn't get their kickback or didn't get what they thought they were going to get.
Yeah.
This is also very underhanded. No, it's underhanded shit. I think this is proof that they're fucking underhanded as all hell, right?
It says it approves most proposed mergers. So
right, because they're getting paid from it.
Did the government... Google's probably a fucking monopoly, too.
Oh, it is. They kicked fucking Ask Jeeves right out.
Did the government...
right?
Ask Jeeves.
Yahoo.com.
Did the government approve the Ticketmaster and Live Nation merger? When did that even happen? Listen, we're just going to go on a little history lesson here. The Justice Department approved a merger in 2010 between the two enterprises. The new company, Live Nation Entertainment, became far more powerful.
So maybe whoever was back then...
they did approve it back in 2010, and now they want to sue them? Why did they ever allow it?
Well, it might have been different people. That's what I was going to say. Right, 14 years. You have a whole different...
Okay, so this is why the U.S. government... it's choking off competition, and that the company is punishing venues that rely on other ticketing services. So now they're saying that, like, yeah, we approved it, but you guys are being assholes, so we have to sue you.
And that's fair. Good. That's what you're supposed to do. Or they're taking advantage of the people, and if they're, like, right, like, punishing the venues for not using their services, that is for sure a fucking monopoly.
Right. Yeah, fuck Ticketmaster.
Fuck Ticketmaster.
Stupid that I had to buy my tickets through you.
You fucking hypocrite, Kim!
Well, I gotta go to concerts.
I know, you do have to go to concerts.
Live Nation did just have like a $25 sale, but I didn't even buy any of those. But they do sales.
There was anything good?
If there was like lawn shit at Coral Sky or whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what is that called?
I have no idea.
Cruzan?
Mm-hmm.
That was before.
I don't know if it's even called that anymore. It just keeps changing names.
All right.
But I don't know. I guess enough about our Ticketmaster rant. That was our lesson for the day. The DOJ had to approve it in 2010, and now in 2024 they're saying, "Fuck you! You guys have gotten out of control."
I like that. I'm glad that they're at least telling someone. I hope they tell themselves they got out of control.
Why not?
Yeah, I hope they do. You know what? That reminds me, though. Not our government, but this was something that I just saw before you got here, and it's just real girl powery. Mexico.
Has a female president.
Their first one.
Isn't that crazy?
She's Mexico's first woman president. And so Mexico was, like, worse than us, being patriarchal. You know what I mean.
patriarchy, but
Patriarchal?
patriarchal. I
Whatever.
don't know.
Women couldn't even vote until the 1950s.
I mean, what? That was not like that. That was the same for America. No.
No, we were like 1912. 20s, 30s. Let's not forget, but Susan B. Anthony was like for sure early
Google.
1900s.
We should know this, but I don't.
I know Susan B. Anthony's right. So she was the former mayor of Mexico City with a PhD in engineering.
1920.
So 30 years before them. Mexico has a number of challenges, chief among them public security or lack thereof. So more people have been murdered during the 6-year term of the current administration than any other.
My God.
Including more than 230 people in election-related violence this election cycle.
What the fuck?
So, they're hoping that she's gonna fix some shit. Maybe kill some cartels. I don't really know.
I don't know.
What the move is being the president of Mexico. I hope she's good. Right. I hope she's safe.
But I love that there's a woman president.
Claudia. President Sheinbaum, we're on your side. Kill the cartels. I don't know. What else do I got in here? Oh, did you see this? It was a flight to Miami from the UK. They were waiting without moving for 5 hours. Was there? I think she was it ended up nearly 7 hours delayed without air conditioning, just sitting on the plane because there was a bunch of shit was broken.
What the? Was it a Boeing?
It's a British Airways flight from London to England to Miami faced a 7-hour delay due to reports of the plane having 4 flat tires and 1 broken brake, according to the crew. And then this happened to my cousin recently. Because of the delay, some crew members exceeded their work hours and had to leave.
And then they couldn't get, and then they had to cancel the flight.
And then it was eventually canceled with no more flights to Miami. That happened to my cousin recently on, I don't know, she was doing something. And they, like, delayed the flight. And then the fucking pilot timed out. Mm-hmm. And they all had to stay the night. Was it stay the night?
That's what happened to my sister when they were coming back from Jamaica. Same shit. They were there. They were on the fucking plane, and then it got delayed, and then the crew timed out, and they all had to deplane and go find a hotel for the night.
Crazy. These planes are getting crazy. I gotta fly this month for the first time in years. And
I know. I have to fly this month too, and I'm so scared. Like, I mean, we did Southwest on the way out, but then we did Spirit on the way back because Southwest tickets prices were fucking insane. Like, they wanted $700 for the flight back. I mean, that was the most ideal time, but the other ones were like $400, which weren't any better. So on the way back, we're flying Spirit.
I'm flying Spirit both ways.
And I'm afraid that it's going to get canceled. But we're flying, I don't know, we did some weird shit. So we're flying out. We're renting a car to go to the airport. So we're flying out of Orlando because that was the cheapest flight. And we're flying into Fort Lauderdale because it was cheaper. So we're renting a car, so it didn't matter, like, right. So I'm hoping that if something fucks up with its Spirit flight, it's like a 5 a.m. flight.
So you'll probably get another one.
And into like a major airport. So we should be fine. Like, but I was afraid to do like those like super late ones because when they cancel, you're fucked.
And so I have like an evening flight on the way out just because it's a Friday night. So I wanted like Eric to be able to like go to work because I'm going to a wedding on Sunday. So I'm not coming back until Monday evening.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't want to make him take off 2 days of work.
Right.
So I got like a Friday night flight. So hopefully. But I mean, the wedding's not until Sunday. So if we don't get there on Saturday, if we don't get there until Saturday, it's not the end of the world.
Right. I know. It makes me scared. And then all the, like, just the, like that, the, delays, and then the crew, and then also all the problems with those fucking Boeing.
Well, that's the nice thing about Spirit Airlines. They can afford Boeings.
Yeah, they're not Boeings. I know. I don't know if Southwest is. I didn't look.
I thought we were looking at Spirit, and I was like, Spirit can't afford Boeings. We're fine.
Yeah. Is Southwest Boeing? I don't know. I think it's
I don't think I've ever flown South. But honestly, I'm a big Spirit guy.
Yeah, and I like Southwest because it's usually cheap. Like, and it's 2 free bags. So at the, like, when it is cheap, like, the way out was cheap, but the way back was stupid. I don't understand why. Like, what the fuck is going on from Texas to Orlando that day that made those prices so insane? But the 2 free bags, and you don't have to pay for your seat. Like,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it's just like priority. It's not priority boarding. Like, it's whenever you check in, you get like your zone A, B, C, D to board, and then when you board, you just pick your seat.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You sit wherever.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So, I like Southwest, but I don't mind Spirit for, like, the shorter flights.
Right, I don't care. Right, it's like a 2-hour flight, less than that. That's what, And it was a really good price. It was like $180 something for the round trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck
know.
it. I'll fly
I
Spirit
know,
for
it
that.
was just so expensive for...
And that's what, like, my sister's not even going to, it's a wedding, my cousin's wedding, because her flight, she couldn't find anything less than like $1,000.
It's fucking stupid.
She couldn't get anything. And
Yeah.
she was like, look, like, I love you guys. Like, this is, it just happens to also be like a really good time for her at her job.
Right.
So, like, she could either, like, lose a bunch of money or make a bunch of money. You know
Right.
what I mean? She's going to have, like, a big DJ in the, I don't know, where she works. So,
Right.
she's going to miss it, but.
Yeah, it's insane. Ticket price, everything's insane.
Everything's
Ticket
insane.
prices,
That's what-
airline
right.
prices, food prices. We can't fucking afford anything, people. We're drowning here.
We're drowning with our Starbucks.
With our Starbucks. We can afford Starbucks. Fuck,
Once a week.
fuck you, people.
The rest of the time we hang out at Dunkin'.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dunkin' is like half the price of
It
this.
is,
But
it
it's also
is.
hit or miss if it's what you ordered, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably pay the same everywhere, but I don't care. If my $5 coffee a day makes me happy and makes me able to handle life, then I'm gonna fucking spend
You know
$5 a day.
You know what?
And my $5 a day isn't gonna fucking pay my mortgage. It's
That's
not.
the thing. That's the thing. I saw, so, you know, like, some of these old financial guys are like, your avocado toast is the problem. So, like, these new financial people are like, no, it's not. If you saved your $5 in coffee a day, that wouldn't really put
What's
you
that
any
gonna
further
pay? It's not
ahead.
gonna pay
It wouldn't.
anything. No.
And you wouldn't spend $5
It's not
on
even-
something else fucking
It's barely
stupid.
gonna give me a gallon of gas.
You know what I mean?
I'll put one less gallon of gas in my car to have a coffee a day.
That's the thing. The coffee's not the problem. I was just
No.
talking shit.
I know.
Yeah, the coffee is not the problem. The problem is these fucking monopolies.
Yes.
All right, are we over monopolies?
All right, yeah, let's move on to some fun Disney news.
Okay, so first of all, Communicore Hall opens on June 10th.
What is
So it's at Epcot. It's called Communicore Hall.
Communicore?
Communicore. So it's gonna be like this big ass building. I saw it the other day when I was there. Like, they're starting to take like some of the scaffolding down. But I couldn't go in because it's not open yet. Some of like the big influencers were allowed in, I guess, recently, because I saw some videos today. So they're gonna have like regular character meet and greets there. Like right now, like Minnie and Mickey kind of meet in like some weird places outside. So everybody's gonna be inside. They're gonna have their own. Well, the regular meet and greets are in like different spots. So character meet and greets are going to be inside in the air condition. They're going to have their own little areas with their little like backgrounds and shit,
Oh,
good
that's
lighting,
cute.
so
Yeah.
you'll get better pictures.
Yeah.
And then they're also going to use it for like the festivals, to have like indoor spaces for the festivals. They're going to be using it for other events that we don't know. Who knows? But it's a really big building from what I can see on the outside, and it looks like it's going to be really nice. It's part of the new whole area that they just... like the new area that they just reopened. So it's like all the stuff that they've been redoing, but it's going to be open. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty big.
When does it open?
June 10th.
Oh, okay.
Did you know this year this is the one that I didn't want to tell you until we were here. The Lion King's 30th anniversary.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Lion King 30th anniversary.
This year, 24?
Mm-hmm. Lion King's from 1994, I guess.
Yeah. I thought it was 95, but yeah, 94. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when you
When you think about it. But at first it's like shit.
Yeah.
So at Animal Kingdom, there's going to be a bunch of Lion King themed treats. June 10th through September 9th, they're going to be at Animal Kingdom. It's on Disney Eats blog. I sent the post here and I was going to read it, but honestly, it's a lot. So, like, y'all can look it up. It's on Disney Eats.
I loved The Lion King. Like, obsessed. I had the freaking, the soundtrack on tape. Like, knew all the fucking songs.
It's a pretty good one.
I know. I loved it. I was so obsessed with The Lion King.
Do you want to see the treats?
I had the sheets. The Lion King sheets.
Lion King sheets.
My cat. I think I still love The Lion King because my cat's name is Simba.
You do have a cat named Simba. Okay, so there's gonna be just like some
What was
little
the-
Simba Paw cookie,
Aww.
a Rafiki
Rafiki
cake.
Cheesecake kind?
Yeah, I think it is a cheesecake.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole like blog post, you know what I
Always
mean, where it
Zazu.
explains all it is. Zazu.
Is he there? I love Zazu.
There's more than that than that's just in here. And then they had some other. So there are Pride. There's a Pride food guide. There's gonna be probably some Pride stuff at all the parks. So there's gonna be like some special cakes at Disney Springs too. And then there's gonna be a mint chocolate chip sandwich at Magic Kingdom.
That looks amazing. Can you show that to the camera? Because I need that in my life. Can't see it.
Yeah, you can see
It's mint chocolate chip ice cream with a Mickey-shaped cookie sandwich.
So it's like an ice cream sandwich.
Chocolate. Mickey-shaped chocolate cookies ice cream sandwich with mint chocolate chip ice cream.
And then the crowds are out of control at Magic Kingdom. If you can't get into Tiana's Bayou, just don't fucking go. So right now they're doing cast member previews. That's insane. It's cast member previews right now. So for annual pass holders, when they released the sign-ups for previews, my cousin sent it to me, and I said, I love Tiana, but I don't do drops. I've never been on the real Splash Mountain. I'm not going on it now. I don't do the drops.
Splash Mountain.
Right. I'm not fucking going on it. And I said, if you want to take Ferris, you guys can go. You can go sign up for you and him. We're all connected in like our little app or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, get yourselves previews, but I'm not fucking going. And by the time she went back, they were gone.
Oh, shit.
So I know that there's, like, people are joking, like, that they're hanging out, like, waiting for, like, so the cast members are allowed to bring a plus one. So they're, like, you know, trying to get cast members to bring them on. Because right now it's just cast member previews. So it's really fucking insane. I wouldn't mess with that. I'm going to ask you about that
I mean, it's not going anywhere, so I feel like you have time to ride it.
Right. People just got to be first, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a blue raspberry slush with purple whipped cream that looks like Monsters Inc.
I was going to say, it looks like the Monsters Inc. guy.
That's at Ray's
Sully?
Cosmic Cafe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's the president we just talked about. Yeah, I just had a bunch of food news. I did want to say about South Park last week. I wrote down my little notes here. So we are here, and we know that we're going to post this, and I know that there's a camera here, and I know that we're half talking to the camera, but because this is unscripted, it's just us sitting in the car talking. Sometimes you forget that there's other people that don't know you. So I realized when I was editing my short last week that I sounded like real mean about some of the Ozempic shit. So the whole thing about like the housewives, first of all, I kept saying tube top, I meant crop top. The whole point, the reason that it was a problem for them to be taking all the Ozempic was because that they were healthy and they were fit. And like the doctor in South Park did say multiple times, if you're morbidly obese, if you have a mental health issue, some kind of thyroid issue, something that is preventing you from actually losing weight, yes, you do need Ozempic. So I know that like we kind of talk shit about it, but like if you need it, you need it. But if you're fit and or if you're healthy and you're just taking it to get like ripped abs, then yeah, you're kind of an asshole. And then,
does it even give you?
I think that it was kind of like a play on like some of the celebrities that are going like too thin,
right?
Like the Osbournes,
like what we were talking about the other day. The Coke. What did we call it? I don't remember.
But I think that was, you know what I mean? It was a play on like people being like bored and just using it as like their new drug because they're bored housewives. It was, you know what I mean? Like they tried to make it like a Housewives of South. They didn't call it that, but it was very much the vibe. So, but as I was watching it back, it sounded like, I mean, if you need it, if you have diabetes, if you're morbidly obese, if you have a thyroid problem, like, I don't want to be saying don't take your drugs if you need them, because I realized I sounded real judgy about that shit. And, you know, obviously you can be overweight for any reason, and that's fine.
Right.
And then I am not going to apologize for calling Cartman a fat fuck, because that's kind of the premise of the show. He is an asshole. He is fat by choice. Well, his choice is that he just wants to sit around and fuck with people.
Call him out on the show. Like,
right. Like, that's the whole part of the show.
He's a fucking character. And that's part of his character qualities.
Right. But I felt like I felt like the way that I was talking about the housewives, I don't know.
I know. Sometimes you go back and, like, I listen to what we say on here or how I say it or how I sound or whatever, and I'm like,
no, I sound like an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, I don't really sound like assholes, no. But I don't know. It is, you know, something that you have to, it's like hearing yourself back, you know? We don't really, like, hear ourselves back.
Nobody wants to hear it back.
Having conversations, but then when you hear yourself back, you just question everything, you know?
Right. Like,
and sometimes you, like, overthink it, too. Like, you maybe heard yourself and thought, wow, that was really terrible or whatever. I hope I didn't offend anybody, but, like, really, people listen to it and probably didn't even get offended because you're talking about a freaking show.
Well, it's South Park.
Talking about South Park, which is South Park. So I doubt you even really offended anybody, but listening back to yourself, I didn't like it. I don't know if I liked that.
That's what sometimes I feel like, and I know that it's just like us talking, being best friends, having a conversation. Like we'll talk. I do it essentially like I'll talk over you, but it's like because I'm gonna forget it if I don't say it now. You know what I mean? I watch it back and I'm like, man, let her talk.
No, I don't know.
And then you do it too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then like you do it too, and I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. We both do it. But
yeah, I'm bad about that. Like if I have something in my head, I gotta say it, or I'm gonna forget it.
Right, I'm gonna forget it. Because
how many times do I say on here? Oh fuck, what was I gonna say?
Right. And I feel like even now, like I have more. That's what I wanted to. So, nobody else knows this. Did you go to Chipotle last week?
Yes.
How was it?
It was fine. Oh, did I do the head nod to get more?
Well, so I saw
Where
somebody.
the CEO of Chipotle was like, we didn't cut back on how much we're giving people. We've always given the same amount. And if you're in Chipotle's line and they're putting stuff in your bowl and you want more, just give a little head nod and they'll give you more. But of course, meat costs extra. And we're like, what? How many people are gonna? It's like Kellogg's telling you to eat cereal for breakfast. I mean, for dinner. I keep
So
saying
that's
that.
why it was like Keith Lee. I don't know who that is. He started a revolution against Chipotle and people walking out.
Yeah, you don't know who Keith Lee is?
No.
He's the freaking like amazing food critic on TikTok. Like he's from Vegas. He started in Vegas and he was reviewing like local Vegas places. And then he gets paid to like go into different cities and like try food around their town or whatever. He's amazing. But yeah, he did review Chipotle and say that it was...
Well, so now these people are having their things made, and if it's not enough, they're just walking out when it's halfway made to fuck Chipotle.
Right, so now that must be why the CEO said if you're getting your stuff made and you feel like it's not enough, just give a little head nod. Like, yeah.
Did you do it?
No, I ordered it on the app, and actually it was a good amount of food, so maybe our Chipotle is good, because...
Maybe.
My bowl was fine.
That was my question. Because I just saw this video today and I was like,
I didn't even
go last week. And I haven't been.
I didn't even finish it all. So I don't know. I didn't give a little head nod. I did it on the app.
So you just took what they gave you.
Yeah. I did see that though. These fucking CEOs. Just give a little head nod. What?
Right?
What? No. How about you make your portions like... Every Chipotle should be the same, right?
Right, like, you should have, like... Doesn't everything have, like, size portions?
It should be a decent portion and paying. It was fucking... I just threw my
we used to call it at Fridays brand standards. You know what I mean? You should have your brand standards. Have your shit's portions.
It was
you know what it's gonna
fucking expensive, too, for my little bowl. Like, it's not cheap. Well, again, like everything. Nothing's fucking cheap.
Like, I know that you've mainly served in, like, local places. But, like, I don't know if you worked in a chain. When you work in a chain, there's, like... Back, like, at the expo line, if you don't work in restaurants, it's where they hand the food to the servers, right? So there's, like, pictures of, like, what it should look like. So that, like, if you're at the TGI Fridays here, the TGI Fridays there, you're getting the same Fridays as where I worked at a chain. So that's my example. And honestly, at Hooters, they did the same thing. Like, we had pictures. So, like, you know that you're getting, like, the same portions. Like, things are weighted. Things are, you know, like, portioned out. So that...
I mean, that's any restaurant, though. Even, like, the local restaurants that I've worked at, everything is portioned.
But, like, we have, like, pictures and things, right? So it should all be the same.
Everything should look the same.
You're right. The food should be the same every time. I guess I was just thinking, like, because
but yours is, like, across the board. Like, when it's a chain, it's like if you go to Fridays in Florida, you
or
should
Ohio,
get the same food as if you went to Ohio type thing. That's why chains do it like that.
Right. So we, like, had, like, the pictures, and, like, that's why... But I would think Chipotle's a chain. So I would think it would have, like, a similar...
You would think.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like, fucking serving spoon.
People would come and they would be like, I'm not going to Fridays because I have one in Ohio. And then they would come back 3 days later because it was, like, on South Beach. And it's like, well, you can't afford anything else on the strip. Because it's $45 for a drink down there. And that was 20 years ago, so God knows what it is now.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything in Miami includes gratuity.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you just get one drink from the bar. Mm-hmm. Anything.
And a lot of places you can't take it off. And, like, a lot of places down there, I don't know if it's different now, but, like, it's so international that people are coming from, like, Europe and they don't tip. So that's why they do it. And, like, where I was at Fridays, we didn't have an option to take it off. But, like, in a bar situation, you should have an option. Because, like, you're sitting there talking to the person. You know what I mean? But, like, we weren't able to. It was 15%. No. It was what it was.
I mean, at this point, it's so universul down there that no one's taking it off because everyone's doing it.
Everyone's doing it, right. And, I mean, that's how it was. But, so this is something that I thought about earlier. And I was going to message somebody else and ask them if I should do it. But I'm going to just go ahead. And I did not run this by Bill at all, so she has no idea what I'm about to say. And it might be wild and crazy. My friend was murdered.
What?
4 years ago today.
Oh, wait. I knew that. I thought you meant a new one.
No. So while we're here, 4 years ago, we still don't have... So it was on South Beach. She opened her apartment door. She let these people into her house, and they slit her throat, and they murdered her. So I trigger warning. Should have said that first. And they still haven't caught these people. So it was like... Obviously, it was in the middle of the pandemic, and Some people were thinking that maybe it was someone involved in the police department because it shouldn't have taken so long to do DNA. So apparently the police did tell some of the family members what the DNA came back as, and the police department was supposed to run with it, and they haven't. We still have no...
What?
Yeah, so it was 2 black women. I guess they can tell that from DNA. There was a woman who had lived downstairs, who her name was Aubrey. Her name is Aubrey Fig.
Your friend is
my friend is
yeah.
Aubrey Fig, the girl that was murdered, woman that was murdered. And so she had helped. She was, first of all, she was just the nicest, sweetest person. And like, she, I don't want to say like, you know, like this should not have happened to her. But she had apparently helped a woman move into her apartment down, like in her building downstairs. And that woman moved out the day it happened. So there's a lot of speculation that she knows something. Apparently the police, she moved to Pennsylvania, and the police like got her statement and got her like DNA, and it wasn't her DNA, but that doesn't mean that she wasn't involved. She didn't know something. She did have a husband who she was separated from but still living with. The police took him and his phone for a couple of days and gave them back. So he is cleared. I was still a little wary at first of him because they had a bit of a tumultuous relationship. But people that were much closer to her than I was and knew them much better. Because at this point, by the time it happened, I left Miami in probably 2012. And like this happened in 2020. So I hadn't been there in a long time. And the people that were closest with them had talked to him afterwards and did not think that was involved at all.
Right, I remember that.
But like, how do you not? So it's South Beach, right? So like, there's cameras everywhere. It's such a like big brother fucking state down there. Like, there's no way that there's no video evidence of like these women walking down her street, walking in that area.
I mean, the apartment complex should have videos.
It was like this small little, so like a lot of them down there are like old hotels or old things turned into, you know what I mean? It's not like a big building. It's like a outside kind of like catwalk situation.
Right.
But you would think there'd still be like street cameras that are pointed in that direction. Like, it's wild that we're here 4 years later with no answers. And she was murdered in her home with no sign of struggle. So like, she let somebody in the house. She also had been seeing someone that was kind of new. I don't know. From what I understand, nothing came of that. He was cleared as well. This is what I think is weird, and I don't know. Don't come murder me if I'm telling your secrets. She had also gotten like real close with the ex of the guy that she was seeing, and that person is all over like the little groups that we're all in, like crying about it. And I don't know. There's something fishy there. I don't like it, but maybe I shouldn't have said that part in case she comes after me. But if anybody has any information on Aubrey Fig, today is the 4-year anniversary, and we would love to see justice for her.
Yeah.
Let us know. I'll pass it on to the Miami Beach Police Department. I don't know. You can tell them. I don't know how helpful they are, honestly. Right? Right? Isn't that crazy? I thought earlier, and I was like, I should like text this person and ask if there's any other information, because I don't know what kind of audience we have, but it's something.
Right.
Something needs to be done about this. I'll tell anybody at this point. You know what I mean? Put it out in the fucking void. See what happens. I saw one time on one of them true crime shows where this girl, her friend had been murdered in college, and like 20 years went by and nobody did anything, and she was like, you know what? And she went and got a private fucking inspector license, private detective license, whatever it's called. Yeah, private investigator license, and solved the goddamn thing herself.
What?
So we might have to just come for Aubrey's murder.
I would love to be a private investigator, but it would take I don't like things that take up a lot of my time.
Here's the thing, the time's gonna pass anyway.
I know, but how cool would that be to like solve unsolved crimes?
Yeah. We could do it. We could turn this whole podcast right around.
Starting with the murder of
Aubrey.
I was going to say Audrey, but I knew that wasn't right, and I couldn't, my brain couldn't change it.
Yeah. You don't know her, it's fine.
Aubrey Fig.
Aubrey Fig. Yeah, she was a little less, she turned 40 would have turned 40 after it happened, so she's 39. Maybe she's 40. But like way too young to be murdered in her house.
Is there like a website or something that you can go on and like learn of unsolved mysteries, right? Because wouldn't that be like helpful if the public could read about a case and like help?
Wasn't St. Lucie County doing it recently? Like the last couple of years they were doing like cold cases. They had like reopened some cold cases, and they did one. It was like behind that pizza place over on Midway. They like found some bones or something.
That's wild. I don't
Yeah,
know that.
and it was like a murder from like the 60s or 70s.
What?
Yeah. St. Lucie County was doing it. People were like,
Yeah, but is there like a cold case website, right, where you can like look
I'm
up,
gonna look up
like,
coldcase.com.
can you look up Aubrey Figg's information, like the information of her murder, and say is there like it says a cold case? You know what I mean?
Well, I was like trying to like get like some information. Mom speaks out as police seek info on killing of Miami Beach woman. August 27th, 2020 is the last time that anybody reported on her. So she was 38. Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah. Okay, so then 1 year after they did another one. We have like a Facebook group. Yeah, 3 years ago. Yeah, so we have a Facebook group, and she has an aunt that like is always updating us, and like that's honestly all the most information that I have is from that.
Right.
Yeah, it's all just Miami Beach police are looking for her.
Yeah.
Looking for her murderer. Are you though? Because all these articles are from 2020.
I mean, if she let them into the house, there was someone she knew.
It had to be, or at least somebody. That's the thing, though. That's what, like, I was trying to nicely say is that she was very friendly and, like, I don't want to say naive, but, like, almost too kind. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was almost too kind. So I could see, like, if somebody was like, hey, I need help, or hey, or if it was, like, someone related to the neighbor downstairs, she knew the neighbor.
Yeah, but you wouldn't let someone you didn't know in, or unless there was, like...
Or did the two kill her and the neighbor walked out?
Did they come in and say that they were, like, inspectors or somebody with maintenance or something like that, and then you would let someone like that in?
Mm-hmm.
But still, there has to be a motive. She was targeted, right?
Like, you would think so. You would think so, but what? Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? I think the downstairs neighbor sounds like a good lead because, like, that makes sense, right? Like, if the neighbor came up with two other women, because that was a woman. So if three women came up and one that you knew and you were friendly, you would say, hey, come in, have a drink. And the two kill you and the other one doesn't touch you, so she doesn't get her blood.
Why would they kill her? Why would the downstairs neighbor kill her? Yeah.
I don't know. But, I mean, she helped this person move in, so she knew her, and then that person moved the next day.
Yeah,
out of state.
That's wild.
So that's...
fishy.
That's right. That's what's fishy there. Right, it had to be somebody that you knew.
I don't want to take away from you, Aubrey Figg.
But you got something else to say?
But not really. But it has to do with letting people into your house. Do you remember when we were in high school and we let
don't let people into your house.
We let those how we could have been murdered.
We could have been murdered.
We let these magazine salesman guys into my house, into my apartment,
and just like hung out with them
and just let them come in. Hey, we're trying to. What the fuck?
I don't know why we did that.
What the fuck were we thinking? I mean, we were in high school. So, I mean, obviously, probably should have been old enough to, like, know better. We weren't driving yet because you had taken the bus to my house. So, it had to
we were
have
with that other girl.
Yeah, we were with the other girl that lived in my neighborhood, and you had taken the bus to my house, and we had just gotten off the bus. And we were with the other girl that lives in the apartment complex, and we all walked home from the bus together. And we were she had come to my house with us, and we let these two guys in, right? There was two guys.
There was two guys
that were probably in their early 20s.
Definitely not selling magazines.
No,
they were probably casing the joint.
They were in their early 20s.
Didn't your mom call the cops?
Someone called the cops, and I don't know if it was my mom or if it was someone else, but the cops did show up because someone had called the cops, and they interviewed us, and that's when we realized what we did was dumb.
Yeah. When
they were just trying to sell us magazines. They were just talking to us. They were so nice. What are you talking about?
Cops were like, you guys are fucking idiots.
What the fuck? We were fucking idiots.
That was really stupid.
But so fucking stupid. Like, we could have been murdered then.
So that's how these things happen.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, it might not even be somebody we know, who she knows. Because if she was that kind.
And she really was. That's the thing. She was really kind.
She could have just let the maintenance man in.
She was really
that needed to fix her faucet, and he had been she had been I don't fucking. They said woman DNA, which is crazy.
That's why I was like, how do you know that it was black women? That's weird. Do you get that from DNA?
I guess DNA. I don't know.
I guess, and that's what they said. And somebody else was like, oh well, you have skin color, and then the person who had posted that was like, it's not skin color, it's from the DNA. It was African American DNA.
I guess that would make sense. That would be in the DNA because they can show from the DNA samples that you send off to fucking
right, which
23andMe,
your genealogy and all that. Speaking of, they do genealogy help at the library. I know this is completely off topic, but we said the word, and I saw the sign the other day. If you need help with your, like, ancestry.com, the library can help you with that.
That's crazy.
Right? They got their hands in everything.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, don't let anybody in your house.
Teach your kids not to...
So I tried.
Let magazines
So I realized I probably should have done this a little younger.
That was so fucking stupid.
I tried with Ferris the other day, and I was like, okay, so, like, if a stranger says to you, come with me, your mommy said it's okay, what do you say? Okay, you said so.
Okay. No.
And it was right after I said, you never go with a stranger, even if they tell you that they know me and I said it's okay, you don't go with them. And then I said, so what do you do? Okay.
No. So. Unless they know. You ever heard, I never did it with, well, whatever. The safe word? Like.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom did it with us.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it yet.
Yeah. Because then they know, like.
Right, instead of, because, like, they could know your name, especially, like when he was younger, I would, like, get things with his name on it, and then I, like, saw, like, a thing about that.
Like, did I say it to you? Because that is, like, one of my biggest,
and I was like, oh, no, and now
pet
no names on
peeves and, like, scary things, and you know who I fucking learned that from, which is so wild, because she's fucking crazy, is Kate +8.
That crazy bitch.
That crazy bitch is who taught me to not put kids' names on their clothing, because then other people, strangers, know their fucking name. And if you walk up to a kid and are like, hey, Karina, your mommy said to come with me. And, oh, okay, he knows my name.
Right.
He definitely knows my mom. Like, no. So I refuse. Like, monograms are fine, but a fucking name on a hat, a backpack, a shirt, no. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Please. For your child's safety, because the world is wild.
The world is wild.
Put the initials.
Or
monogram it. If you feel like you need to personalize it.
Just put a dinosaur on that shit.
Yeah. And write the name maybe on the inside.
Or
just
you
not
could
where,
go
like,
by, like...
everyone can see it.
I was going to say you could go by your kid's fake name, but I guess they would think that, right? Like, if you come up to him
even
and called
if
him, like,
you called him a fake name, they definitely think you knew him.
Right? Like, if you came up to him and called him Godzilla, he'd be like, oh, okay, we're friends.
Yeah, anything that your child goes by, nicknames, anything. Don't fucking put it where other people can read it and call your kid by the name. Please, please. It scares me. Kate and Nate said so, but...
She's a crazy bitch, so Kim said it.
So now Bo says it.
Bo says it.
Well, you actually started saying it, but then I took off with it because that's always drove me
You feel strongly about it.
Yeah.
That's okay. You feel strongly about it. I agree. I concur. What else we got?
I don't really know. I honestly think that's it.
Are we at an hour?
Damn close to it.
All right, well.
We really know how to talk. I guess that's why we started a podcast.
If you know anything about Aubrey, let us know.
Yes, please. Justice for Aubrey Fig.
Yeah.
For real. That's wild.
Right? Fucking crazy. 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
Assholes.
And
like,
not even
in
a
a
bit
city
of, like,
that's so goddamn policed.
Yeah. Not any kind of, but that's the thing. The city ones are where it happens, right? Because they got so much on their plate.
Right, and I get that, but, like, there's cameras everywhere. You know what I mean? It's Big Brother. Like, there's no way you don't have fucking surveillance of that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It just conveniently disappears.
Right? Yeah. All right, we're out. Peace out.
All right. Bye. Peace out. K-Town down. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.